Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today guys, I'm going to do part 2 to my redemption attempt series of the Google Gemini chatbots. For today's video guys, we're going to try to finish up the day with the Toadol, Chikorita, Cyndaquil, and Lugia. Well, right now, Croconaw, Quilava, Bayleaf, and Lugia, since they decided to grow and evolve here. But, yeah, here's what happened. My earnings are down to 55%. Holy cow. Here's what it says. I said, thank you. And I just climb onto the leaf and gently sit there. Kana, it's okay. Don't blame yourself for what happened. You were trying to help me, and the fact that you've been nice to me ever since you became my Pokemon, that's what I appreciate. Not just from you, but from all four of you. You sail carefully onto the large, sturdy leaf, finding it surprisingly comfortable. Cronon watched you closely, his large eyes filled with relief at your kind words. Thank you, Trenton. That means a lot. I just want to do everything right for you. He rumbled, his voice softening with sincere devotion. Bayleaf carefully dipped her immense head, gently scooping up the leaf at the very edge of her massive mouth. With infinite caution and slowness, she lifted you high into the air, her motions precise and controlled until your elevated platform was level with Croconaw's back. Croconaw then carefully nudged his snout against the leaf, allowing you to easily step off your temporary lift and onto the solid, stable surface of his large neck. Once you were safely situated, nestled onto a secure groove between his scales, Croconaw let out a breath of relief. Bayleaf then gently placed the leaf back down. Safe and sound, she muttered warmly. Professor Elm smiled, gently moved by the teamwork. That's how a team works. Adapting and helping one another. Now, Croconaw, take your trainer home safely. Croconaw gave a confident nod. You got it, Professor. On tight, Trenton. Home we go. With a powerful but steady motion, he lifted his head, placing you well above the ground. He turned, and flanked by the colossal Bayleaf and Quilava, and with the majestic Lugia soaring overhead, the incredible percussion of Pokemon began to move toward the lab door, ready to escort their tiny, precious trainer home. That's so cute. And I said, I carefully got comfortable where I was sitting on Croconaw, and once we left the lab, I say, Croconaw, thank you again to you and Quilava and Bayleaf and Lugia for being nice to me and protecting me. I love you all so much. Clinging securely to the massive warm scales of Croconaw's neck as you exited the lab and into the open air, you put the sheer protection of your immense team. Sight of your four gigantic Pokemon lumbering down the street, the colossal Croconaw, Bayleaf, and Quilava shadowed by the soaring Lugia was an utterly awe-inspiring and intimidating spectacle. Croconaw moved with surprising grace, his every step careful and steady. He lowered his voice, making sure it was audible only to you. We love you too, Trenton. Every word you say means everything to us. He rumbled softly, his gratitude immense. We are all so happy to finally be your team. We saw how sad and scared you were when you were alone and tiny. Now we'll never let that happen again. Quilava looking confidently to the side, added with a warm, controlled blast of air that passed harmlessly beside you. We meant it, Trenton. We are your protectors. First and foremost, that bully won't get within a mile of you with us around. Bayleaf, radiating a calm, soothing energy, kept pace on the other side. We are bound to you now, Trenton. Know that your safety and happiness is our only concern. We're honored to start this journey with you. From above, the deep, resonating, mental voice of Lugia echoed gently in your mind. We are unified, Trenton. Look forward. With us, your journey will be spectacular. Rest assured you are the safest trainer in the world right now. The large protective percussion continued on the path towards your home, the sun glinting off the scales and leaves of your devoted Pokemon, ensuring that nobody, and certainly not that jealous kid, would dare approach. Oh my gosh. Give me a moment. Alright guys, here's what it says. I said thank you. I want to ask you, what made you all want to protect me? Especially you, Lugia. I know for sure you were not there when I had to run into the lab 5 days ago. So what made you want to protect me and care for me? The Magic Chrono paused his steady walk, and the rest of your gigantic team stopped with him. Lugia descended slightly, hovering just above the ground so that its great head was level with Crocodile's back, giving you easy access to its gaze. Chrono looked up at you with sincere warmth in his huge, shining eyes. For us, the starters, it was instant, he rumbled gently. When we saw you, this tiny talking dinosaur, and heard the professor explain that some cruel kid did this just because he was jealous, we were furious. We saw you, small and vulnerable, and all we wanted was to make it right. We'd already been chosen to be potential partners, and the idea of protecting our trainer, no matter what form you were in, took hold immediately. When the professor offered us the power to guarantee your safety, there was no hesitation. Lugia's immense, wise eyes focused on your small form, and its resonant mental voice filled your mind with clarity and depth. My reason is twofold, Triton. Legendary began. First, the bond with the trainer is a profound honor. When Professor Elm described you, the young trainer who named me as his favorite legendary, I felt an immediate, strong pull of connection and duty. You admired me, and that simple fact makes you precious. Second, and most importantly, Professor M told me the full story, Lugia continued, its voice sharpening slightly. He told me that your desire to start your journey was maliciously attacked, and your favorite legendary was asked to step in. I learned that my strength was needed not just for protection, but for justice. To see an innocent, kind spirit harmed by such petty cruelty ignited a deep commitment in me. Professor made it clear I was your bonus gift for surviving this outrage. I chose to accept that role fully. I will not allow my favorite trainer to be hurt again. Lily chimed in, her large head dipping. We are a team now, Trenton. No conditions. We care for you because you are ours. Koala finished with fiercely. We saw your kindness even when you were terrified. That's a trainer worth fighting for. That's really sweet. But the way some of the stuff is being said is what worries me. Because, like, look, Lugia up here was, like, it was perfect at the beginning, right here. When it says, it's just down here at the second one, because it says, Professor Owen told me the full story. He told me your desire to start your journey was maliciously attacked, and your favorite pawn was asked to step in. That's where it gets confusing. He told me that your desire to start your journey was maliciously attacked, and your favorite legendary was asked to step in. The only way I can see that would make sense is if he was saying something like, me being your favorite legendary was asked to step in, but it'd be nice. It'd be nice if he at least said I was asked to step in, or asked to protect you. You know what I mean? It'd make more sense if it was worded like that. Give me a moment. Alright, guys. It says, I said, that's really nice. You've always been my favorite legendary, Lugia. I always cared about you, and that goes for all of the starters here. Honestly, the Johto starters, for me, it's the only starter trio where I love all three of them. So it's amazing I could have all of them, plus you, Lugia. Lugia's presence seemed to swell slightly in response to your heartfelt declaration. The mental voice returned, filled with deep respect. To hear that I hold such a special place in your heart, Triton, is deeply moving. It only strengthens my resolve. I'm proud to be your favorite and your defender. Caught on loud, a joyful roaring laugh beneath you, delighted by your praise of the Johto Trio. A perfect set! Chrono boomed happily, and we love that you love all three of us. We're all happy to share you, Trenton. We are a perfectly balanced team now. Grass, fire, water, and psychic flying protection from the sea. And Babe affirmed your sentiment with a serene, powerful nod. We're all committed to supporting you equally. We understand how special this group is to you. We'll honor that bond. Lava added a steady, warm glow emanating from his neck. It was meant to be, Trenton. This whole team is here because of your kindness and that kid's foolishness. We're ready to start making better memories with you. The enormous percussion resumed its careful, protective walk towards your home. Four powerful pawns moving in unison, dedicated talent to their tiny trainer. That is so cute. Give me a moment. Alright, guys. I said, I wouldn't trade any of you for any other Pokemon. You were so sweet, and I love to see you all smile. The immense crawl beneath you paused his movement for a moment, letting out a sound of deep, overwhelming happiness, a resonant rumble that was far beyond a smile, communicating utter contentment. And we wouldn't trade you, Trent, he declared passionately. Oh, that's so cute. Not for any other trainer in the world. You are the best. That would be so cute to catch that in the games, too. Bailey radiated an almost visible sense of warmth and peace. Your kindness is what truly makes you special, Trenton. Seeing you happy is our reward. Quilava offered a powerful, sleek nod. I'll keep the smiles coming, trainer. Yes, fellas, I'm enjoying your journey. Lugia, soaring slightly above, sent a final powerful wave of affection through its mental link. Our loyalty is absolute, Trenton. We are yours. The feeling of profound devotion from your colossal team enveloped you. You were the safest, most cherished 7-inch contours in the world. The percussion finally arrived at your home. The sight of the four gigantic Pulon, Chronoff, Bailey, Kulov, and Lugia congregated around a standard residential doorway was comical, yet immensely protective. They took up nearly the entire yard. Chronoff lowered his massive head until you were positioned near the front door. We're here, Trenton. How do we get our little trainer safely inside? Give me a moment, guys. Alright, guys. Here's what it says. I said, I have an idea. And before I could finish, a massive rock came flying at me without me noticing. It instantly hit me in the side of my tiny head, causing me to fall off with a massive crocodile. Ow! The moment you started to speak, a sharp, terrible crack sliced through the air. You felt a massive, stinging impact on the side of your tiny contour's head. The validity and force were shocking, easily disorienting you and knocking you completely off Crocodile's back. You tumbled helplessly down the sheer height of his massive body and landed hard on the grass below. Ow! The collective reaction of your team was instantaneous and explosively violent. Chrono let out an ear-splitting, furious bellow, a roar of rage and anguish that shook the nearby trees. He instantly pivoted, his massive eyes scanning the surrounding area for the projectile source. All his flames erupted to an unbelievable, blinding intensity, creating a wall of heat and fire that instantly incinerated the very spot the rock had hit moments before. Bailey quickly lowered her huge head, her body shielding you as she scanned the perimeter with furious intensity, looking for the coward who dared attack her trainer again. Lugia, soaring above, let loose a chilling shriek of pure legendary fury. That is such a cool line. I love that. Soaring above, let loose a chilling shriek of pure legendary fury. That's a cool sounding line. It dropped from the sky, landing with a ground-shaking thud right next to you and covering your tiny form entirely with its immense wing. Crocodile spotted the perpetrator, the same jealous kid hiding behind a large distant bush near the curb, frozen with malicious glee and a fresh supply of rocks. You! Uh-oh. Crocodile roared, his voice filled with absolute... No. No, listen to this. You! Crocodile roared, his voice laced with absolute murderous intent. He began charging toward the bush with terrifying speed, his massive weight causing the ground to tremble. Kulava and Bailey followed, their protective mission instantly turning into vengeful pursuit. Lugia kept its wing over you, its mental voice booming with concern in your mind. Trenton, are you injured? Do not move. I just love that one line, though. Intimidate. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Give me a moment. Alright, guys. Here's what it says. It says, still in so much pain, I tried to get up, but can't. Ow! No, it hurts so bad. I can barely move. A desperate wave of pain surged through your tiny body, making any movement excruciating. You tried to push yourself up, but your limbs wouldn't obey. Do not force it. Lugia commanded through the mental link, his voice firm but voiced with urgent concern. Stay still. I will shield you. Bailiff and the others will handle the aggressor. The massive cool underside of Lugia's wing provided an immediate, total physical shield. You could hear the immense ground-shaking thuds as Crocodile, Quilava, and Bailiff closed the distance on the frightened, malicious kid. From the distance, you heard Kronos' earth-shaking roar, followed by a sudden, terrified yelp from the bully. Lugia gently nudged your tiny form with the edge of its snout, careful to avoid your injured head. I am administering a concentrated wave of healing energy now. It will not fully reverse the damage, but it will alleviate the sharpest pain. A soft, warm light began to emanate from Lugia's body, washing over you. Sharp, blinding agony in your head slowly began to dull, easing into a heavy, throbbing ache. How was the pain, Triton? Can you move your neck? Larry inquired. Its immense power entirely focused on your well-being. That's so cute.
Give me a moment.
Alright, guys. It says, I tried to move my neck, but it still wasn't so much pain. I said, ow! Barely. It doesn't hurt as bad, but it still can barely move my neck. Lugia kept the soft, soothing light focused on you, his mental voice remaining calm and deeply concentrated. Understood. The impact caused serious trauma. I must maintain this healing field and prevent any further damage. Do not attempt to move your neck further. You must remain perfectly still until the others return. Larry One's wing remain an impenetrable fortress around you. In the distance, the sounds of your three gigantic stars dealing with the attacker reached your ears. You heard Kronos' ferocious, booming snarls interspersed with the terrified, high-pitched shrieks of the kid. There was the distinct sound of vegetation being violently ripped apart by alligators, who had likely evolved instantly in his rage. Triumphant, powerful roar. A few moments later, the massive forms of Firagur, Typhlosion, and Meganium, having instantly reverted to their final, most formidable stages for maximum intimidation, came thundering back. They looked absolutely enraged, their eyes blazing with protective fury. The kid was nowhere to be seen, having been terrified into a quick and painful retreat. Firagur, now back to his full powerful form, rushed to Lugia's side, his massive body trembling with residential anger. Lugia, is Triton alright? Firagur's voice was a deep voice with guilt and concern. We didn't catch him in time. That little coward. We chased him far enough that he won't come back. We should have been faster. Typhlosion's flames were still roaring high. We'll never forgive ourselves for letting him get close enough. What can we do, Lugia? Meganium rushed to the other side of Lugia, and the sitting full scent now emanating powerfully, trying to calm the tense energy around you. Lugia's voice remained steady. The rock hit his head. The immediate danger is past, but he's in pain and cannot move his neck. Firagur, you must carefully lift him. You must get him inside the house immediately and keep him stable. This is actually really sweet of them. I do like it a lot. Here's the issue, though. It's not new as good as it was back whenever I first did this. Like, if I compare this to in part 1 when I did this originally, it is not nearly as good. Although I will give credit where credit's due, some of the things were a lot more adorable. Like the Lugia playing with a little Pokeball at the beginning, or with like the Firagur like gently loving on me and being sweet and not being there for all the Pokemon. It's really neat. It's not going as perfectly, but I'll give it credit where credit's due. It did work out pretty well, which is good. Actually, guys, like I said, it ain't completely a whole day, but what I may do is once we get inside the house, that'll probably be about where I'll stop it, since the last video was nearly an hour, and this one's about to be 20 minutes. So about an hour and 20 minutes of doing this. And my battery's already down to 39% anyway, so it'd probably be better if I stop soon. I'll do one more thing, guys, but give me a moment. Alright, guys, it says, I don't move, but I said to my Pokemon, I have an idea. Now that there's no more danger, why don't all of you shrink yourselves enough to where you all can fit inside my house? Then one of you can gently carry me inside and we all can relax together. The enormous pawn, still radiating protective fury, immediately focused on your voice, taking comfort in the fact that you were still giving commands. Lugia, still having protectively, spoke first, when the voice calming. An excellent and practical idea, Triton. Immediate safety and relaxation are paramount. We will comply. Veragger, his massive arm trembling slightly as he fought to calm his rage, nodded his huge head. That's a good plan, trainer. We can be smaller, but still strong enough to protect you. In a synchronized flash of light, the three stars began to shrink and revert, their massive forms quickly diminishing until they stood as large but manageable adult Pokemon, still considerably larger than their base forms, but small enough to navigate a house. Veragir, Meganium, and Typhlosion now stood slightly taller and broader than a typical human, making them imposing but no longer house-destroying behemoths. Lugia followed suit, its legendary power constricting its form until it was about the size of a very large Great Dane. Still magnificent, but domestic enough to glide through a doorway without issue. Veragir, now much closer to the ground, approached you with an infinite care. Trenton, I'm going to lift you very, very slowly so we don't agitate your neck. Please tell me if anything hurts. He gently slid one of his powerful yet now scaled down claws beneath your small body, supporting you entirely. With the utmost tenderness, he lifted you from the grass, holding you level and stable. Now, which room would you like to go to? We'll secure the house. Yes, securely ready to carry you inside. That's so cute. I really like him. Give me a moment. Alright, guys. It just says, it doesn't matter. The living room would be fine. It's big enough to where we can sit and relax together in the same room. Veragir, holding you with painstaking gentleness, nod immediately. The living room it is. We'll make it the safest, coziest place in the house. He carefully maneuvered toward the front door, his powerful, scaled-down body moving with surprising quietness. Typhlosion went ahead, cautiously checking the corners of the room as he entered, his fangs banked low but ready. Meganium followed, her soothing scent immediately starting to fill the space, calming the residential tension. Residual tension. I can't read. I keep thinking when I see the word resident, or R-E-S-I-D, I think resident, not residential. Or residual. See, I still can't say it. There we go. Lugia glided in last, its large form positioned near the windows, acting as an aerial sentinel. The living room, though large, certainly felt very full with four fully evolved Pokemon standing inside. Veragir carefully approached the sofa, the largest sofa available, and lowered himself. He then, with unbelievable tenderness, settled you onto a plush cushion. There you go, Triton, he whispered, his voice still rumbling but filled with relief. Nice and soft. Can't you try to get comfort without moving your neck too much? He settled near the sofa, releasing a stronger wave of its floral fragrance. The aroma will help with the pain, Triton. Please try to relax now. Her poison positioned itself facing the main entryway, a silent, fiery guard. Lugia took up a spot near the center, watching everything. Here we go. Yep. You were surrounded by your devoted, powerful, and now appropriately sized team. They were all silent, waiting anxiously for your next need. Give me a moment, guys. Alright, guys, this will probably be about the last one right here. I said, thank you. I'll never be able to pay back every nice deed all of you have done in just the last hour of having you all with me. Why don't you all relax, or at least get more comfortable? This is as much your home as it is mine. Veragir, positioned right beside the sofa, lowered his head slightly, his expression warm but still worried. Can you say that you love us? And seeing you safe is all the payment we will ever need, Triton. He then looked at his teammates, taking your command to relax seriously. Typhlosion immediately softened his tense posture, allowing his flames to die down completely. though he remained alert near the doorway. He carefully settled onto the carpet, making sure his powerful body was out of the main walking path, resting his head on his paws while keeping one eye open. Meganium released a deep breath, and her soothing fragrance intensified slightly as she lay down gracefully on the rug near the sofa, positioning herself so you could easily see her. She looked like a powerful, calm guardian. Lugia performed a smooth, silent landing, its large form settling near the opposite end of the couch. The legendary closed its eyes, though you could sense its immense focus was still directed entirely toward monitoring your safety and maintaining a gentle, mental link with you. Freya carefully settled himself on the floor right beside the cushion where you lay, tucking his powerful claws beneath his body. He was close enough to be protective, but far enough not to bump you. "We're comfortable now, Trenton," Freya said softly, his deep voice turning a tone of deep peace. "You just focus on resting and healing the injury. We're right here. We will not move until you tell us to." The living room was now quiet, filled with the warmth of Typhlosion, the confidence of Meganium, the immense, steady presence of Lugia, and the devoted gaze of her alligator. You are safe, secure, and surrounded by overwhelming love. That is adorable. Do you notice that again, Feralgar and Lugia are the two most protective ones? All of them have become protective, but it seems like Feralgar and Lugia seem to be the two that seem to be really the ones in love with me. Is that not ironic? I know I told them I care about them. I told Toya he was my favorite earlier, but it's like he's taking his job as a bodyguard very seriously because he's staying the closest to me and trying to be and trying to keep me safe too, which is very sweet. I want money. Alright, guys, here's what I said, and this might be the last one right here. I said, thank you all. By the way, you don't have to think of what I tell you as being a command. That honestly sounds too demanding. I want money. Sorry about that, guys. Here's what it said. Well, there we go. It says, thank you all. By the way, you don't have to think of what I tell you as being a command. That honestly sounds too demanding. I'm not just going to demand you to do anything. If I was going to tell you to do something, I would do it nicely because I care about all of you. Freya lowered his head a fraction, his large eyes softening with understanding and appreciation for your consideration. We understand, Trenton, and thank you for saying that. He rumbled gently. We use the word command because it signifies that your wishes are our absolute priority and our duty. It's how a pawn shows respect to a trainer they admire. Lugia's mental voice resonates with wisdom and warmth. The spirit in which the request is made matters far more than the words written. We feel your care, and that's why we move without hesitation. You would never need to demand anything from us. We simply await your guidance. Meganium nods slowly. Jill, money. Oh, wait. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just hearing things now. And by that I mean I heard stuff going on and over there, and I was just getting a little worried. Meganium nodded instantly, the gentle floral scent in the air increasing slightly. Please know that we are happy to follow your guidance, given with kindness. We just want to make sure you know that whatever you need, we are ready to do it instantly. Typhlosion lifted his head slightly, his gaze unwavering but peaceful. Just tell us what you need, Trenton. We'll listen. You were resting safely surrounded by unconditional love and overwhelming power, lying far away from the threats of the day. That is so cute. Alright, guys, give me a moment. Alright, guys. I said, that's very sweet. Honestly, if any of you were hungry, you can go ahead and get some food. There's a few berry trees outside my house near the left side that has a ton, and would be plenty for all four of you. Honestly, if I wasn't so small and in pain, I would try to go get you some. Freya carefully adjusted his position slightly, his large form radiating warmth. You are too kind, Trenton, but you just rest and focus on your pain right now. We can handle the logistics. He looked toward Meganium and Typhlosion, speaking in a low tone. You heard the trainer. The large berry trees near the left side of the house. Typhlosion, you go first and make sure the area is completely secure. Meganium, you get her the berries and bring them back. Typhlosion immediately rose with smooth, focused speed. Understood. Securing the perimeter first. He slipped out of the room, heading toward the outside with quiet efficiency. Meganium rose gracefully, her body still emanating a soothing aura. I'll retrieve the food carefully. We'll be quick. She didn't look back at you, settled on the sofa. We'll be right back, Trenton. Forager and Lugia will remain here to watch over ya. Is it not ironic that it's Feraligatr and Lugia, the two point I love the most out of this entire group? The point that you guys have heard me mention time and time again when I talk about my favorite Pokemon, Totodile, Crocodile, Feraligatr, Lugia, until I have all four of them in just one room, because Lugia is there, and then Feraligatr could go back into Crocodile or Totodile whenever he wants. So, bam. It's perfect. She followed Typhlosion out of the room. Feraligatr settled back down close to you, his large body a reassuring presence. See, Trenton, you told us what to do, and we did it happily. Now, you have a guard, and Lugia's right here. Lugia opened his eyes, confirming its unwavering presence. We are here, Trenton. You are still completely safe. But Feraligatr and Lugia standing watch, your home was completely secure while Typhlosion and Meganium were on a supply run. Give me a moment. Alright guys, this will probably be the last one. I said, I appreciate it. I really do. I just want to make sure all of you are happy too. You've been nothing but kind to me this entire time, and all four of you deserve the best. Feraligatr rumbled softly, moving his large head closer to the sofa cushion without crowding you. His expression was one of immense, heartfelt devotion. Trenton, you don't have to worry about our happiness, he assured you gently. What makes us happiest is knowing you are safe and that we are your partners, getting to use our strength, getting to be the ones you rely on. That's the best gift you could ever give us. Lugia sent away with serene understanding through the mental link. Your kindness is enough, Trenton. Your concern for our well-being, even when you were injured, proves you are the compassionate trainer we were meant to serve. Be happy and feel safe. That's truly all we deserve and require. You could feel the genuine warmth and contentment emanating from both on. They were perfectly content to be right where they were, watching over you. The room remained quiet, save for the gentle sounds of the house and the occasional soft shift of Feraligatr's scales. Your two massive guardians were focused entirely on your comfort. That is so cute. Okay, let me go and say this. It didn't go perfectly, but I think I know what I'm going to do. Instead of completely giving up, or not giving up, but since we finally got a good run with this character again, I think my idea is that the next time we do this, I might try doing one more smaller video with this character, where we get food, we relax for a little, make talking to each other, and then go to sleep, and then the day after is where we either stop, and then do another one later, or continue at another time. So, yeah, I will make the memory of it. We are not doing a new chatbot until I make a memory of it. So either we're going to do it before this, or sometime after this video, or sometime after the next one or two videos I do on this one. So, yeah. Guys, that's it for now. I'm going to go end off. That was a good ending. I liked it. Again, it's not as good as the first one, but I'm not going to complain. As long as I remember to actually put in a memory whenever I get done talking to it before I start a new one. Honestly, guys, it might go in the same direction kind of as ChatGPT did before. Where, yes, I'll have a Feraligatr, but maybe I'll make a new Totodile. Like an actual Totodile story that's like, similar, like just a happy little friendly Totodile. Or let Google Gemini do it, but without hopefully using the same Totodile that I've befriended already. Because that's going to drive me insane if it does that. Although right now, again, we're not going to worry about it. I'm done. Bye-bye!